if you're a leftist that can't see the good in anarchism, communism, and socialism, you are not my kind of leftist, because I think there are good things about anarchism, communism, and socialism that are good. And none of those things that I like about anarchism, socialism, and communism are good that are about violence. If your way of life and your way of leftism is about embracing violence, or perhaps even hysterical behavior that is hypocritical, and you're unwilling to talk about that, then you are not my kind of leftist. I am a leftist that likes anarchism, communism, and socialism, but I do not like things that are violent, hostile towards anyone, even the right wing, or things that I view as narcissistic and rude. I think you can have sort of a classless society without being rude. You know, anarchism was a thing over the internet before they started regulating it. Too much anarchism is a bad thing, because then you get a lot of hate groups. And if you can't squash the hate groups, then your anarchism is too allowing of intolerance for there to be a tolerant society. If your anarchism allows for intolerance of marginalized groups, then you're not my kind of leftist. Even the stuff where it's like we should guillotine the CEOs or kill the Republicans kind of leftism, while it can be funny, I would fully support taking that leftist hate off the internet as well. Any kind of hate group from any political spectrum should not be allowed a forum on the internet. That is too much liberty. That causes real-world hostility, and real-world hostility leads to violence. If your hate group advocates any kind of violence or hostility or exacerbating those feelings of hate, whether you're left-wing or right-wing, you do not deserve a forum to speak. So take all that shit off the internet, and I think the internet will be a sort of a level anarchist society that is tolerant. If you don't like elements of socialism, communism, and anarchism because you're right-wing, compared to those three things, that's fine. But if you are a socialist, communist, or an anarchist, and you advocate violence towards any group whatsoever, your behavior really ought to be checked. And I've said violent, hateful things that I no longer say, because people don't take that as a joke, and if enough people aren't taking it as a joke, then it's not funny. So, like, you know, bang bang, shoot 'em up stuff, I think we can get away with good music that isn't about killing people. Listen to anything by KMFDM, and you'll see how good music can be without advocating violence towards others. Hostility is one thing in that kind of music, but if you don't like it, you can just not listen to KMFDM. If they were advocating and causing violence, then KMFDM would be illegal. And a lot of rap music and a lot of rock music does advocate violence and is often pushed underground these days because it's illegal. And if it isn't, well, it's probably not something that I would like. But then again, if you take it seriously and actually do hurt or kill people, that's your problem. People can say whatever they want. You have a right not to listen to it or to read it. But if those people that write or produce music or any kind of dialogue over the internet that causes another person to be hurt physically or so much emotionally that it drives them into suicide or suicidal ideation, your opinion is not valid. If that person cannot shut those people out and you don't allow those people to be shut out, if you can't shut out the people trying to get you to commit suicide and the people that want you to hurt others, if you can't get those out of your life, that's harassment, and those people do not deserve to take up your time. If they do it on the internet or radio or television, you can choose to not listen to or watch that material. If the people are doing it to you in public or in such a way that you can't ignore it, then that's why things like crime check and the police exist. If somebody's harassing you to such a level that it makes you want to kill yourself, or it makes you actually suffer physical pain, and you can't get those people away from you, the people causing that problem are the problem. No matter what they say, they might say, "You're the problem." But if you look at the history, you may have said or done something that caused people to choose to hate you. And that's their choice. If there's a hate group about you on the internet, you did not start that. People just disagreed with your opinion. And if they disagree with your opinion, that's fine. But if they are doing things where you're not doing something illegal and they're still hating you and you still can't get them away from you just by ignoring them, and they become too much in your face, that's when there's a problem with the authorities. If you don't like me, you don't have to watch my YouTube channel. Every time you press dislike, it releases negative chemicals out of your head, and it causes you physical pain. Every time you press like, it causes good chemicals to come out of your head and your body, which causes you pleasure. And if you don't like them, you receive neither good or bad chemicals. You're just kind of comatose, which means that you do not like things like pleasure. And if you hit like, you're going to feel pleasure. If you hit dislike, you're going to feel displeasure. And that's going to hurt you. It's better to just leave stuff alone. But I urge you to press like and to feel the pleasure. It's just going to benefit you. Just try it on one. Just try it. Just press like. Subscribe too. It'll make you feel really good about yourself. Press a like when you don't want to like something. I'm not even going to see you. It's all going to be anonymous anyway. It's YouTube. It's not Facebook. I do not see who likes or dislikes my statuses. Why would I keep the people on that dislike my statuses? I would just get rid of them like I was having a party at my house and was barbecuing. If the people were like screaming vegan slogans at my hamburger barbecue, I would just have those people arrested. Which is essentially what people who dislike your statuses on YouTube are doing, because they know that they can't be seen and they're remaining anonymous. And I don't allow comments because the rude comments will allow me to see who they are, and it'll disrupt my way of life, and I will end up blocking them anyway. So if I could see the people who are disliking my statuses, I would just block them to live a more pleasurable life. Well, they go talk shit somewhere else that I can't see. You can have your own opinion in a basement somewhere while your mom brings you chocolate chip cookies from the fridge and pretend to have knowledge that you do not have, and pretend to be a psychologist or pretend to be someone of importance when you're not, without people knowing that you're a liar. There's no real famous people on my nut about things. And if there were, I would probably want to get like a no contact order against them if they were harassing me. So it's better just to shut up than to talk by pressing the dislike button, because you're not going to get the bad chemical feels. But if you press like, I guarantee you're going to get the good chemical feels. Just try it once. Try pressing like and watch how you get all buzzy like you just had a good drink or something.